Dear everyone, online scams have become a major cybercrime issue in Malaysia, which can cause the financial losses and emotional harm to victims. In 2024, more than 35,000 cases were reported, amounting to the losses 1.58 billion ringgit. In the first 3 months of 2025 alone, losses exceeded to 573 million ringgit. Despite this existing loss, many victims face difficulties recovering their money, revealing the gaps in Malaysia's current legal and enforcement framework.
Online scams in Malaysia are mainly addressed through 3 legal existed remedies. The first one is criminal remedies, the second one is the civil remedies, and the third one is administrative and institutional remedies. For the criminal remedies, it is prosecuted under the penal code and it is considered as cheating rather than fraud. Cyber law and anti-money laundering legislations also can be used for this case. And then for the civil and the financial remedies, victims may sue for the fraud or misrepresentations and the bank are the subject for the KYC and the anti-money laundering rules. And for the institutional remedies can be solved through the 2 agencies. The first one is Royal Malaysian Police and then the second one is National Scam Response Center. Despite having many laws, Malaysia still faces gaps in protecting the online scams victims. The first one is legal coverage fragmented, which create confusion. The second one is victim protection is weak because they treat it as a witness, not a right holder.
Many online fraud cases in Malaysia involve cross-border elements, such as foreign proprietor servers or financial channels. Malaysian laws like the Penal Code and the Computer Crime Act 1997 are limited to domestic jurisdiction and lack clear extraterritorial application. Online scams use advanced techniques such as anonymous identities, changing IP address, and money moves. Therefore, Malaysia urgently needs victim-focused legal reform, stronger enforcement coordination, clear compensation mechanism, and better public awareness to ensure real justice in the digital age. Proving intent to defraud under Section 415 and 420 of the Penal Code is difficult due to the weak or fragmented digital evidence. International cooperation mechanisms such as MLTS, ASEAN, Interpol are often slow and bureaucratic, reducing recovery chains. Many online fraud cases in Malaysia involve cross-border elements such as foreign proprietor, server, or financial channels.
Back with me again, Fatin Sukaimi in 888. So right now, we'll be discussing about the recommendation to improve victim protection in online scam cases in Malaysia. First, it is proposed for Malaysia to consolidate its legal framework pertaining online scams. At present, laws related to online scams are spread across many stages, and this makes the law difficult to understand and hard for the victims to know which legal action to take. By consolidating these laws into a more integrated and more organized, more coherent framework, victims will have a clearer guidance on their rights to the available remedies and to the enforcement procedures. And these reforms would improve access to justice and ensure that legal protection is effective in practice, not just theory. The second recommendation is Malaysia should strengthen the victim compensation system. Existing laws focus mainly on punishing offenders, but they do not guarantee that the victims can recover their financial losses. And therefore, a statutory victim compensation scheme or specialized tribunal should be introduced, and this would allow eligible victims to receive timely relief financial, especially where scammers cannot be identified or funds cannot be recovered. And overall, these reforms aim to shift the focus from punishment alone to the restorative justice, ensuring that victims of online scams receive meaningful protection and compensation.
The third reform proposal is that the enforcement capacity must be strengthened in order to protect the victim. Improve coordination between police, regulators, banks, along with specialized cybercrime training, would allow quicker investigation and freezing of stolen funds. The fourth reform proposal is that cross-border cooperation should be enhanced. As many scams involve the international syndicates, stronger international collaboration is needed to trace perpetrators and improve the chances of asset recovery for victims. And lastly, the reform proposal is that digital literacy should be prioritized. Public education programs can help individuals to recognize scam tactics early, report incidents promptly, and also reduce the risk of victimization.
Online fraud has become one of the most serious cybercrime issues in Malaysia. It doesn't only cause financial losses but also create psychological harm and weakens public trust in the digital economy. Even though Malaysia already has several laws to address online fraud, the legal framework is still fragmented and mainly focused on punishing offenders rather than helping victims. Therefore, Malaysia urgently needs victim-focused legal reform, stronger enforcement coordination, clear compensation mechanism, and better public awareness to ensure real justice in the digital age.